Good evening. This is Darla Tweeten with Tweet Be Happy. I am an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Iowa. And I would like to welcome you tonight to my weekly live. And I think it's just at the top of the hour. So it's 8 o'clock here in Iowa. And I hope you all have, had a nice meal tonight, and I hope you've got your dishes done. So I'm just trying to check my iPad here, which I want to just make sure that my angle's right. Who remembers last week? I still can't believe that I did that stunt, that I somehow touched the button on my phone. Had a nice meal tonight, and I hope you've got. I guess I turned it the wrong way. I turned it up rather than down. So like I was saying, I hope you guys all had a nice meal. And you've got your dishes done, and you're ready to maybe stamp with me. Who on here has a stamp set ready to go and some DSP? Make a note here in the comment if you have your supplies ready and you're going to stamp along with me tonight. I'm hoping that's something that we can get started doing. So I know I have a couple of sidelines that on certain, like on a Monday night, the first Monday of each month, we all join on Zoom, and we're all just doing our own thing. And so we're visiting just like we would do if we were sitting at the same table in the same room. It's a lot of fun. I really enjoy it. So that's what I kind of hope, those of you that are joining me here tonight, maybe you will think about doing that next week. And can you believe this is the last Tuesday in February that I will be doing a live? The next week will be March 4th. Can you believe that? That just seems so impossible. But anyway, I want to go ahead and get started because I want to keep this short, because I know I'm also the State of the Union speech is going on right now at 8 o'clock tonight too. So I've heard through the media that it's going to be a long speech. So maybe if I'm short and he's long, President Trump, maybe you can watch a little bit of both. So anyway, I am going to, again, welcome you to my Live with Darla. What's Darla Been Up To? I am Darla Tweeten, independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator from Iowa. And what I love to do, what my mission in life is, first of all, people. I enjoy people. I enjoy hearing their stories. I enjoy sharing my story, and together we become such a sweet community of caring individuals. And how we even extend that even further is by sending our handmade greeting cards to each other. And while I'm at it, I want to wish Marla Snail, who's on my team, it's her birthday today. So Marlis, I don't think you're on here right now, but when you watch the replay, Marlis, you'll see that I'm wishing you happy birthday to you. I won't sing to you, but I want you to know I hope you had just a beautiful day. The weather here in Iowa is decent. We're supposed to be getting more snow tomorrow night and Thursday, but only 2 to 4 inches. So add that to our 8 inches. I think we're going to survive. But anyway, happy birthday, Marla. So I'm going to go ahead and turn my camera down. Hello, Nancy. How are you doing? Are you surviving your weather? Nancy, it's your daughter's birthday today? Wow. That is a great day. So I'm going to go ahead and switch my camera here down to my work surface and raise it up a little bit, tilt it over a little bit. So there, Nancy Dodge, we need to get together soon. Gosh, I was hoping by now that, things would slow down and we could work together on the new camera setup that you use, that gets, that you have such a good luck with. I'm hoping, I think I have all the stuff that you told me to order, so it's just a matter of getting together and, playing with it. So Nancy, you got about 14 inches of snow. Oh my gosh. I cannot imagine that. I thought our 8 inches was bad. So I'm going to go ahead and attach my little light here to put some light on this surface. Wow, does that really brighten things up? Anyway, just a couple of business items I'd like to get out of the way. Well, there's only a few days remaining of our exclusive join offer. And this does go until March 2nd, I believe. But I'm telling everybody February 28th so that we don't wait till the last minute and perhaps have, online issues with whatever is going on. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out what's right there on my camera that's making that way. Oh, well. Yeah, sure. Thank you, Nancy. But anyway, this exclusive join offer is kind of neat this time. If you have a wish list that's over $99, this truly is the best value because you will be able to order $125 worth of products for $99. And then Stampin' Up! Automatically includes in your starter kit this beautiful Stampin' positioner. And it does come with 2 plates. So there's a big plate and a narrow plate. But you do need to make sure that you add the grid paper on in your items of the $124, $125, because I feel you're going to want that grid paper to go along with the Stampin' Up! Positioner. I had to pay $49 for my Stampin' Up! Positioner. I really love it. If you look at the first week in February, the first Tuesday night, I did demonstrate the Stampin' Up! Positioner. So I wanted to share that with you, that by joining my team, this basically means that you'll be a discount shopper. You can earn, up to 20 to 25% off all future purchases. And you don't have to sell, or you don't have to build a business like I've done. You can just be a happy discount shopper and, shop for the products that's on your wish list. So if you have any questions on that, I would love to talk to you about it. But, please talk to me this week. I know a couple of you are thinking about it. So another thing that I am very, very proud to be a part of, and one of the viewers tonight here, Nancy D, we call her, because we have 2 Nancys on our accountability team. But I work in conjunction with them. We're called the Marvelous Lollies. We are an accountability group. We're all Stampin' Up! Demonstrators from all over the United States. And so therefore we all have different time zones. And so I'm time zone challenged. So it's really kind of interesting to coordinate when, I just worry about Central Time. And hello, Dolores. How are you tonight? That's okay that you're late. I've just kind of reviewed the join special, and now I'm talking about when people order, my customers order $50 from me in a month, I will send to them this this project of the month. And this month, there's always one video and 3 PDFs. So this month they are centered around, we have a color theme each month, and I don't know where those notes are at. But anyway, it's kind of cool. But I want to shout out to Nancy A, Nancy D, Haley, Rita, Wanda, April, and of course myself. They are just some of the best demonstrators I have worked with. And being part of an accountability group, we set goals and then we make each other accountable to one another. And if we haven't finished our goals, we always ask, okay, do you need help? What's going on? What kept you from doing it? And my gosh, they come up with some good ideas if I have ran into an obstacle, because when you have 7 on a team, there's always one that has experienced part of what your challenge may be. So thank you, Nancy D, tonight, especially for being on here with us tonight. So that's for as a thank you for my team and my customers ordering $50 in my online store, I will send them this project of the month. Another fun thing I love to talk about is our Kits Night that we have at a venue in Clarion. It's called Pushing Up Daisies. And last week what we did is we had a blind date with a kit. So the gals would come and there was pretty wrapped packages. Actually, they were kits. So they chose one of the kits, and so that was their blind date, because as they chose their kit, they didn't know what they were getting. But I had picked two fairly nice kits, and it worked out well. It was quite fun. And it was so fun that we're going to do it again on Wednesday, March 18th, and it's from 5 to 7. So those working women that don't want to run home and come back, they can come right after work for a couple of hours, and then they can go home and do the rest of their night. Now, a couple of other things. I don't want to keep you much longer, but I do want to keep you informed. I feel that's part of my job, is to instruct you and to notify you and to let you know when we have changes coming down the road. And we've got some big changes coming down the road. Hang on to your hat. The first change is that we are going to be going to 3 mini catalogs. So we will not have an annual catalog. So our catalogs will not, like the annual one used to run for a year, and then there was 2 mini catalogs that we introduced. Well, this time they're gonna only have 3 mini catalogs. So I'm willing to give it a try. The other couple of things is the in colors for 24 through 26, which is Shy Shamrock, Petunia Pop, Pretty in Pink, oops, excuse me, I didn't mean to be that loud, and Summer Splash. There's one more color, isn't there? What color am I missing? Anyway, there's supposed to be 5 colors. Wonder what the other color is. Maybe one of the gals that are listening can help me. Hello, Peggy Miller. How are you tonight? Peggy, can you help me with what the 5th in color is that's going to be retiring? Anyway, those are going to be retiring for sure come May, and they could actually run out of availability if we run out of like the ink refills the blends, the markers, because obviously we have new ink colors coming out for 26 through 28. So anyway, that is our our ink colors that are going to be retiring. And I will put these back here. I cannot think what the other color is. You know what? I can look here on my card stack. Peach pie. Oh, you know what? Peach pie. Where's my peach pie at? I think I have that in my neutrals area with my pecan pie, but I don't see it there. So that is the other retiring. The other piece of really, really fun stuff to tell you is that they are going to be changing the stamp cases of these new in colors that are coming out in May. We are going to have a magnetic lid to our stamp case. So I assume, I think I kind of saw a demonstration of it, but you know how right now we have to open it up like this and slide it? I believe you just lift the lid up and the stamp pad will be underneath of the lid, and then there's a well, and then around here it'll be all magnetic. Very, very, it should be just a really pleasant change. And then my final new announcement is the fact that we are going to be doing a color refresh in 2027. Now, I don't know a lot about the color refresh yet, but it is exactly what it says. They usually go in and they may retire some current, regals and brights and neutrals and subtles. They may not. They may bring back some in colors that were really popular. I don't know. But at that time, all the new cases will be available too when they do the color refresh is what they call it. I think I said restock. It should be refresh. So anyway, I think that's about all of the new news. That was quite a bit of news, and that took me about 15 minutes. So we better get stamping, okay? Now, earlier tonight, I asked who brought a stamp set and who brought some DSP that is going to stamp along with me tonight. I'm gonna begin with this this paper pumpkin kit. This is the Celebrate Spring, which is a monthly subscription. It's about $28 a month. You can, if you want to try it, you can do the month by month, or you pay as you go. And if you they always give a sneak peek, and if you don't think you're gonna like the sneak peek, you can always skip it for the next month. But anyway, I have had just so much fun with the February kit. And so what I would like to do is show you only just a few of the cards that I've created. And then I want you to know that we're going to actually create a card. This is all I have left of my kit. I cut the card bases in half, and then I trimmed them down a little bit more so that they would fit on a basic white, a thick white as a card base. So I have some pink twine left, and I have one Easter egg. So we're gonna create with that. And the Stampin' spot that was in there was the Shy Shamrock, which kind of surprises me, knowing that it's going to be retired, but that's okay. That's okay. For spring, it's definitely a spring color. I'm definitely going to miss it, but I'm going to just take a few minutes. I made some, I feel, really, really fun cards this time. Now these are what I'm going to call alternate cards. So what I did was the original layout, they had, a suggestion, and then I just changed it a little bit. I might have put this this label on this decorated card base, added some flowers. So seems to me this might have been one of the originals, close to it. I know for sure this was an alternative that I did. There again, you can see where I cut the pool party card base. I cut it in half, and I took the Shy Shamrock ink spot, and before I adhered it to the white, I just kind of went along the edges to give it that antique look, and then I stamped the grass and the Easter eggs. This, here's a couple more cards that I did. There again, this might have been an original one because it's on the card base. Cute, isn't it? This hello friend. I put a little adhesive underneath of it so it would stay around. But look at those daffodils. I'm calling them daffodils. And then there's Easter eggs in there, but you pop up an Easter egg. Here's another one that I did. Now this again is done on the thick white cardstock, and I just changed it a little bit. Very, very fun to do. Here's another one that I did with the, I think I made like 13 cards out of this kit. Ooh, you know what? This might be one of my favorite ones. This one, it's on the thick white cardstock, and you can see where I cut a card base, and there's 1, 2, 3 layers, 4 with the wreath. And before I put the wreath on, then I stamped the grass and the hello friend. And then it came with mini dimensionals, so that's what's propping up the wreath. This is another fun one. I love that little Easter bunny. Isn't he just cute? And when you make the Easter bunny, now unfortunately, if you're not a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can no longer get this kit. But if you are a Paper Pumpkin subscriber, you can go order the refills, which is just the paper. It doesn't include the stamps or the ink spot, just the paper. So I would seriously consider that, and it's about $13. So you can see here where his little ears are propped up on the handle of the basket, another little Easter egg aside, some more daffodils, and then hello friend. So I believe I just have one more to show you. I may have some more in my box. Here's another alternative that I did, and then on the inside just stamped Happy Easter. So anyway, like I said, this was a fun kit. And when you get these Paper Pumpkin kits, the best part about it is if you are especially a new stamper. Now, I don't consider myself a new stamper, but the best part is that it does introduce you to stamping when you start these Paper Pumpkin subscriptions, and it really boosts your confidence because you don't have to guess what colors to use. You don't have to, do any measurements, and everything comes in this little red box. Everything you need, minus the blocks. The blocks don't come in there. I believe in your first kit you do get a small block, which is probably about this size, but it's only half the thickness. So you will get it with your first kit. But everything that comes in the kit is coordinated and it's ready to go. Now me, I don't know how long I've been stamping, probably over 20 years. And I love this Paper Pumpkin kit. I love to, follow the ideas. I make one of each card, and then I go rogue after that. And it is fun to cut the card bases up and create new cards. So let's go ahead and see what we can create with what I have left of this February Celebrate Spring Pumpkin Paper Pumpkin Kit. Now, the one that you can order right now is called Fluttering garden, and it is a beautiful hummingbird. So if you like birds and if you like summer, I would highly encourage you to try 1 month and see what you think. Okay, so what we're gonna do here, I guess I'm gonna need those stamps, aren't I? So what I'm gonna do is I have a piece of thick white cardstock that is, you know, a regular sheet of paper that I've cut in half. So it's 5.5 by 4.25. So that will be our card base. And what we're going to do here is, this is, I'm not sure what color this is. Is it balmy blue? It might be balmy blue. But anyway, I'm going to use my regular stamp pad rather than my little spot that comes with it, just because it you know, it's easier to do this. So I'm gonna stamp the grass at the bottom of this card, and I'll stamp it 2 times, and then I'll just do a second stamping off the bottom. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and clean my stamp off on my chamois pad. And that's just water, and I put it inside of a stamp case. These are the stamp cases that are going to be going away because we have a new packaging now. So I need to order some more of those for just because. So let's go ahead and what I'm going to do is, remember I told you that I am using what's left of the February Celebrate Spring. Well, I did order the seasonal celebrations, which is in the, it's in the January online exclusives. And so what I've done is I have, you know, I wanted to make sure that I had all of my stamps together. So what I did was I just stamped the whole thing onto a piece of white scratch paper. And you can see this is one of the grandson's white scratch papers. They love to draw, and they love to draw in the center of my paper. That's okay. I love it. I love it. So then I recycle it. And so on this seasonal celebrations, there's 13 pieces, and this stamp set is $24. But look at all of the seasons that you will have. You will have Easter, of course, you know, the Easter bunny, and it's got a cute little face. We're going to do that in just a minute. It's got a daffodil with a stem on it. It's got a clover for St. Patrick's Day. It's also got some stars and some sprinkles. But look at this. It's got a graduation hat right here with a tassel. And then this is a birthday hat with another tassel right there. And then, of course, you can use the flowers and the hearts. But what a fun set. I am really going to enjoy this. So what we're going to do tonight on this one is I have already mounted the big bunny, and look at how what size that is. So bunnies, I don't know, what color are bunnies? Bunnies are grays and whites and different colors, aren't they? So I'm going to use my smoky slate, and I have already stamped with this a little bit, but I want to make sure that I've got it well. So let's go ahead and just stamp that right in the middle of our card. Now keep in mind, I am using the leftover products from my Paper Pumpkin February kit, but I'm using some new stamp sets that were the July or January online exclusives. And I just put my thumb in the smoky slate, but that's no problem. I just will reach over here and use my chamois. Okay, are you ready for the best part? I hope so. There is this cutest little face. I had a hard time finding this stamp set in my container because I was looking for, I don't know, I was looking for separate eyes and a nose. And it kind of looks like a hot dog or a bean, doesn't it? So anyway, but what do you think of that? Now, is that cute or is that cute? So that's the bunny right there. So let's go ahead and close up the black. I believe I'm done with that now. I don't know if I'm done with the Shy Shamrock yet, but what I wanted to do is when I went online to look at the descriptions of the seasonal celebrations, it recommended the party banner dies. What do you think of that? So so we're going to use that on our card to finish that up. And so I think let's see here. I'm kind of creating on the fly here. I do know that there was this cute little stamp that you could stamp onto the Easter egg. Isn't that cute? I got it a little off right there. But you could also, if you wanted to, you could stamp some eggs into the grass. So let's do that. There's also another egg here that's got polka dots on it. So let's go ahead and just kind of put one there. And remember, we need to work in odd numbers, don't we? So we'll do 3 eggs. And let's put this back on here now. You probably won't see all of the eggs, but it looks great, doesn't it? So let's go ahead and put this banner. Now the banner could go either like this or like this. I think I like it like that. So let's go ahead and find some dimensionals. And we'll put the dimensionals up here in the corner. Does anybody watching tonight have this seasonal celebrations stamp set? Or did they have the February kit? I think Dolores, you and I talked earlier today that you had gotten the February. And thank you, Nancy. That's right. The March paper pumpkin kit does come with an extra free stamp set, you guys. So you will sure get your money's worth, won't you? Now, I'm wanting to put a sentiment or something on the bottom of this this banner. And my choices are hello friend, or I could do happy Easter. And guess what? I cut my happy Easter in half so that my words were separate, so that I could stamp them in a smaller area. So I did stamp surgery. So there's the happy Easter. Am I in the Am I in the calendar? Am I in the camera? I think I am. And something else I think I want to do is I want to stamp off my grass on the banner frame. Should we try that? Let's try that. Now remember, I've got some dimensionals on the back of there, so it may not work the best. Oh, I think it's going to work well. So this is the kind of creating that I like to do. I like to do things on the fly, and even though I'm on the camera, I kind of hold my breath and we still go forward. Okay, so I am going to take away my scratch paper there, and let's go ahead and I got to use that pink twine yet. Remember that? So, Deb. Hi, Deb. Welcome. I'm glad you found me. I didn't know I was missing. I know what you mean, though. Thank you for joining me. So I'm going to go ahead and put that banner then on that leftover piece of and I don't like how I didn't get this stamp set right in the center of the die cut of the egg. Excuse me. So we can fix that. You just trim around it and you'll never know. So let's go, you know, we're putting this onto the white card base. So let's see if we can wrap some twine around this. What do you think? Think we can do that? Put it down towards here and we'll make a little bow or something on it. So there again, I'm doing this on the fly, which I love to do. So this is twine that was extra from this is the leftover twine that I had, and I'm trying to pull this so that I have even thread over here. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and tie a knot and then tie a bow. And then we can move the twine. We can adjust it onto our card. So there we go. There we go. So we have that little ribbon on there. You could probably even move it towards the center of the card so it looks like it is his bow on his neck. What do you think? And let's go ahead and spread these just a little bit. They're kind of twisted. And we can put some, I've got some Scotch tape. What we're going to do is, so that it stays in place, we're just going to put a piece of tape on the back. That's a trick. That's a trick. Okay, so let's go ahead and I think we need some more dimensionals to pop this up onto our thick white piece of cardstock. And I'm getting down towards the end of my dimensionals here. And don't throw these edges away, because you can use those on your card too. So let's go ahead and I like to take my take your pick tool and just kind of indent the dimensionals down, and then it seems to pick them off a lot better. Now, the kit did come with the mini dimensionals, and I'm using the regular size dimensionals just because I have big fingers. So let's go ahead and put this card base onto, and I always put it upside down, remember? Because so then that way I can see the three sides better. I don't know if anybody else does that trick or not, but it works for me. Okay, so there is our card. And obviously we're going to want to cut off this twine here. It's a little big, a little long, I should say. So there's our twine. Now we have this egg here left here, don't we? So what we're going to do is we're going to cut one of these edges off and make a dimensional out of that and put that onto the back of this egg. And then what we're going to do is we are going to stick it underneath of the banner somehow. So we can do that, something like that. What do you think? What do you think? So that is an alternative card to the Celebrate Spring paper pumpkin. And if you want to, I did notice that in the Celebrate Spring, it does have some little confetti. Like you could, if you feel it's too plain, you could put some confetti on there. Yep, I knew what you meant, Deb, that you couldn't find my live. I knew what you meant. So what do you guys think? So that is my last card that I have made with the February kit. So I now have gotten 14 cards out of there. So I'm so excited. And so I also wanted to show you that while I was, let's say, preparing for my live tonight, I thought I better do a practice card with those party dies. And I agree with Stampin' Up. Those party dies do go really well. And remember now that you can punch out, you know, we've got the inside here. You could you could make another banner and spell, you know, hop or Easter, or you could do Easter bunnies on the banner. So I'll probably do something like that for when the boys come over next time, my grandsons. So here is my sample little bunny that I first did. I did not have my stamp, you know, stamped really well. It wasn't even. And so what I did was I just took the blend, the light smoky slate blend, the brush end of it, and you can just kind of fill it in like this. So then that way you can see that it is, you know, it all fills in. And then I also, on my sample, I took my Wink of Stella and I colored in the ears on my card that I made earlier. So we better do that on this one here. You know, normally their ears are white or they're pink or whatever. And then you can do the little face and the little nose. So anyway, that ends my card demonstration for tonight. And I want to wish you a very happy rest of February. And those couple of people that have talked to me about joining, let's get together this week. And even if we haven't talked yet and you're thinking about it, let's get together over coffee or whatever. And let's talk about your lists that you have. And if your list is, you know, $99 with all of the, you know, catalog, the last chance that's being retired. And if you do sign up now, you also can take advantage of the March online exclusives. And I can share those new products with you too. So you can add those to your starter kit. So let's get together if you have questions. And I hope, was anybody crafting or paper stamping along with me tonight? Did anybody have their cardstock and their piece of DSP? If you did, you might just add in the comments what your stamp set was and you know what your DSP was. So anyway, I'm going to for sure sign off now. I want to thank you for spending some of your evening with me, and I look forward to seeing you again next Tuesday night. God bless.